Good morning, everyone. So we were on chapter number 4, Introduction to MS Access, and we have studied some of its part. So let's continue with the remaining parts. So now table in MS Access database. So what are tables? Tables are the building blocks of the database and are used for storing the data. So tables are a collection of rows and columns, and it is also a building block of the databases which are used for storing our data. A table is made up of columns and rows. A database consists of one or more tables. So database is having more than one or more than one table. Then fields and attributes. So columns in the tables are known as attributes or fields. So you have to mark it that columns in the table, they are known as attributes or field. A field is a named unit of an information. One type of information about all the items or the object is stored in a field. So one type of information about all the items in the objects are stored in the field. Every field has a data types which determines the types of values which can be stored under it. So every field has a data types which will define the types of the values which are stored under it. After the fields are created, you will need to set the data type for each field. So after the field is being created, we have to provide a data type for them. So steps for setting data types are, so we are having different data types. They are text, they are used for storing the collection of the numbers and the combination of the text and the numbers. Limit is given that we cannot enter more than 255 characters. Then memo, they are used for storing the lengthy text up to 65536 characters. The numbers, they are used for storing the numbers. Then date and time are used to store the date and time. Then currency, it is used to specify the various currencies. And auto numbers are used to store the integers and increasing and decreasing automatically. Then yes or no, they are used for the conditions for possible values for yes or no, on, off, or true, false. Then OLE object, they are used to store the files like Word, document, and Excel. Then hyperlinks, they are used to link the link from the website or the email addresses. Then attachment are used to attach the multiple copies of the record. Then calculated are used for doing the calculations. Then lookup wizard, they are used for display a set of values. Then selecting data types. How do we select the data types? You have to firstly click on the field header which needs a data type. Then in the data types and formatting group, you have to click the arrow with the data types. Then from the drop down list, we have to select the required data type. Then opening an existing database. If you want to open the database which is already being created, then we have to click on the file menu. Then go on open option. Then from there you have to choose the drive and the folder which contains the databases, and you have to select the required databases, and then you have to click on open button. Then creating and modifying a table. How do we create and modify a table? Modifying means making changes in the table. Open the database which was created earlier. In the tables group of the create tab, click the table design. Then firstly we have to open the database which was created earlier. We have to click on the create tab which is in the table design view. A table design view window will appear. Fields can be created as per the requirement of the individual, and the data types of the field name should be selected. So as the individual want, we can create the database of what type. We can do the changes, modify according to our needs. There are two areas in the table design view. So two areas are given. First one is we call the field entry area or the field grid pane. The second one is the field property pane. So field entry area or the field grid pane, it is used for specifying the field names of the data types, and the description also we have to specify. The field property pane, it is used for entering the details of the field size, and the field validation rules are also there. Then step third, in the quick access toolbar, we have to click on the save button. A save as dialog box will appear, which will, from there we will write on it, we will be writing the name as you want, and you have to click on OK button. Then adding data to a table. How do we add a data to a table? For entering data in a table, you must switch from the design view to the data sheet view. For entering the data in the table, we have to switch from design view to the data sheet view. So what are the steps? In the navigation pane, you have to double click on the student table. Student table is given there. You have to select the student table. It opens in data sheet view. It will open in the data sheet view. From there you have to click on the first field and enter the data. Then by pressing the tab or the arrow key, we have to move to the next column or click on the cell for entering the data and so on. Then for modifying the table, modifying means making changes. You have to firstly, after creating the table, you have to, if you want to make the changes, like you have to insert a new table or insert whatever field you want and delete the table or field, then rename or move it. Then steps are in the navigation pane. You have to firstly double click on the student table and it opens in data sheet view. Then you have to click on the view button from the view group in home tab. Then from there you have to select the design view option. Table will open in design view. From there you can click on any cell and modify them as per your need. Then modifying field in the table, you have to right click on the column header for renaming a field. Then for renaming you have to right click the option, rename option. You have to provide the new name there. For inserting a new field, if you want to insert a new field, you have to select the insert field option. If you want to delete a new field, then you can press the delete field option. Then totaling data. Totaling, how do we do the totaling? We can do the totaling by providing the sum, count or average function. In the navigation pane, you have to double click on the student table. It opens in data sheet view, and from there you can click on the total option of the record group in the home tab. Then you can click on the field to summarize the total rows. Then select a function from the list. Let's suppose we select the sum function. It will do the sum of all the values. Then sorting. Sorting means arranging the data in particular order, either ascending or descending order. How do we do the sorting? We have to click on the arrow to the right of the header of the column which you want to sort by. Then select the order in which you want to sort your data. We have to select the order in which you want to sort the data. Then click on OK button. We have to click on the OK button. The record will be arranged as per our requirement. Then filtering the data. Filtering means we have to filter. If you want to filter the data, then we have to click the arrow on the right of the column header, and from there we have to clear the select all checkbox. Select the item which you want to see in the data sheet. You can select as many as you need. Then after clicking, you have to click on OK button. An icon will be appearing over there which will be indicating the column has filtered the data. So you have to do the question answers, fill ups, exercise each and everything in the notebook and complete the work on time. Thank you.